Hi there, this is Saeed with New Bloom Solutions and Above All Flowers. Today we are here at Next Gen Live. I'm coming live from Next Gen in Miami, which is a special event hosted by SAF, Society of American Florists, hosted by Society of American Florists, and it's really highlighting everybody under 45 years old, which is considered Next Gen. And today I have the honor and pleasure of having a few people from DWF. I thought it was very important to bring on Stephanie Campbell, James Sechler, and Ryan Spratt from DWF because DWF sent them as a group. And I thought that that was very cool for DWF, one, to invest, two, to let them leave work for a day and come and party with us a little, not so much partying, but a little partying, hanging out. But it really showed the support of the next gen, the support of really encouraging the next generation of employees. So I wanted to take a moment and just ask them a few questions. But first, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Before I do that, I do want to mention that this is a collaboration with Blue Monday. Adam Campbell's behind the scenes working all the magic. So it's a really cool collaboration that we're doing together to really continue to add value to the flower industry and bring a different perspective to the flower industry so we're all aware of what's happening, such as this event, and what people could benefit from this event. So we are going to start with Stephanie Campbell. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Stephanie Campbell. I am branch manager in Omaha, Nebraska.
You got it.
I've been with DWF for 4 years now.
All right.
I will be the branch manager August 31st. It'll be 2 years. So
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure working with DWF. So.
And you've been in the industry for 15 years?
About 15 years, yeah.
Awesome.
Retail and wholesale.
And wholesale as well?
Yes.
And how about yourself?
I'm the Boise branch manager.
Okay.
It's a recent position for me. I was officially offered the position of April 1st. Wasn't a joke.
Congratulations. It wasn't a joke. Huh?
I have been working for DWF for 3 years this March.
3 years this March, and then Boise.
Yeah, yes.
And how long were you in the flower industry?
About 15 years.
15 years.
My name is Ryan Spratt. I've been with DWF for almost exactly 2 years. I've been acting as IT manager for about 8 months. Previous to that, I was a systems administrator. So the 2 years with DWF has been the 2 years in the floral industry for me. So very new to the whole industry as a whole. So been trying to learn as much as I can. And previously before that, I was in IT, but working at a company that was in the entertainment industry. So a little bit
different, right?
Yeah, quite a bit different going from that. But yeah, so I work with the corporate office in the Denver location, so right next door. So I work really close with all of them and a little closely also with all the different managers remotely.
Gotcha. And then, so I can kind of start with you since you're there, and we'll go around. How has your experience here at Next Gen been so far?
It's been great. So one of the main reasons I came here, and I was very excited to come here when Dave Legg, the president of the company, was able to kind of offer me the chance to. I work in IT, and I'm so new to the industry. I wanted to come here to see just as much as I can absorb about the floral industry. So it's been great so far, just learning little things, whether it be, things that sort of translate between all sorts of industries and things that are specific to the floral industries, talking to retailers and talking to other people in wholesale and, seeing all the things about how this morning when they were talking about all the breeding process of flowers and how much goes into it and how the logistics of shipping flowers and the massive amount of effort that really goes into a lot of this. So it's really kind of been opening me up quite a bit to everything really behind the scenes. So it's been awesome so far.
And how important is that for you in the sense of not just doing your job, but understanding what everybody else does around you?
Yeah, so that's something I kind of, I always joke about when people ask what I do for what my job is. And so I'm IT manager. I wear a lot of hats. But my job, I'd say, is to make sure that everyone else can do their job. So trying to learn how all the little parts work, everything from it going from the farms to distribution to our warehouses to customers, trying to understand all the aspects of it and who has hands in the pot at what stage, so that I can, understand that when I'm thinking about things or implementing things or trying out new things, how it's going to affect everyone at each stage.
Yeah.
Just to try to help people ease pain points when it comes to the technologies they're using when they're dealing with all these different aspects, and just making sure that people can do their jobs as efficiently as possible.
Cool. Thank you. And how about yourself, James? Do
Um,
you remember the question? How has your experience been so far?
it's been fantastic. I mean, this is my first actual conference event.
Okay.
And what I really loved is knowing that I'm not alone in the
Cool.
world, in the floral world.
Okay.
There are so many people from all over that are experiencing the same, like worrying about like what's going to come with recession,
Yeah.
worrying about next week's orders, worrying about is my truck going to arrive on time. I love the feeling of knowing I'm not alone. And that's been one of the best things, is just connecting with people and connecting with vendors and florists too, because I used to be a former florist, and just knowing what's going on in your world. What can I help you out more with? Like, what could I do better at my job to make your life easier? That's for me has been a big aspect of this.
Give me a quick second. Adam, I'm sorry, but I don't think you're doing any other camera angles. Try another camera angle. Sorry, everybody. It's not switching. Sorry, everybody.
You have anything?
No. Did I do anything on my end? No. Sorry, technical difficulties. Pardon?
What do you think?
I'm only seeing myself, and it's coming from here.
Okay, yeah, it's probably something with the setting on. I remember how we saw that earlier in the beginning.
Eesh.
So
Where got it.
the setting where you have to switch the input feed.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. Now we're back. Cool. Now we're back, and camera's much better. So now focus on them, because it's been focused on me the whole time. And they're much better looking than I am. So I'm sorry, but you were saying
This has just been a great educational experience for me.
fantastic.
And I love connecting with people, especially from all over the world.
Okay.
And I love knowing that you walk away from this knowing more people, you have more contacts, more education on everything, and just knowing that you have friends.
And I think it's also cool to know that your company supports that
Yes.
development on you,
Yes.
right? I think that's super exciting. And Stephanie, how about yourself? What's been your experience so far?
It's been great to come to Miami, a little bit of a warmer state with lots of sunshine, but also great to meet new friends, meet vendors face to face. Some of these vendors we talk to 2 and 3 times a day, and you don't ever usually get to meet them in person. And so it's been fabulous to, finally put a face to the name and then meet lots of other people, new friends to take away from this.
And to take a breather too, sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? It's a little anxiety, but
yeah, and also some of the newer varieties that are coming out in
cool.
roses and whatnot. That was fun to see.
Because you get to see that as well.
Yes.
Makes sense. And then a personal friend of mine, Danny Dueso, is saying, Stephanie! Exclamation
Danny.
point.
Hi, Danny.
Exclamation
Thank you.
point. So Danny Dueso. Again, to all the viewers, please chime in. Show a little support, give a little inside joke if you want. But really, it's about building community and everybody connecting and having fun with the show. So hi, Danny. And then each of you, you kind of said your favorite thing, but if you were to define one favorite thing of this whole event that is worth you coming back next year, what would it be?
Ooh, let's see. I think I really found interesting when this morning they were talking about the breeding aspect. That was just really interesting to me, because I didn't really fully understand how much science and detail and research and development really goes into it. I really had no idea, and how long it takes to develop certain things. So I just found that really interesting, mainly. But I think all of it has been so far just worth it from just a networking perspective, and just getting other people's input on things. And James was saying, just understanding that some people are like feeling the same thing in different parts of the country and world and things like that. It just makes everything kind of feel, like a community.
We're all on the same
familiar.
earth, right? We're all-
Yeah.
And how about yourself?
I really enjoyed the presentations like Ryan did this morning.
Okay.
I knew a little bit more about it, like the seating process and then, how we get the trucks and the flights and all that.
Yeah.
I was aware of that, but it's nice to hear from the actual owners. And it's nice to get their take on what is happening because, we get an email update on stuff. We talk to Prime or Armalini truck drivers. We talk to our sales reps over there, but we never hear from the actual owners.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to get their perspective on what is happening out there. What is their future like? Are they considering like cutting back? Are they considering, growing more? So that part to me was nice to hear straight from them.
Yeah. And it's good to hear a unified message.
Yes.
Because you could believe it.
Yes.
And how about yourself?
I did enjoy that panel this morning with everything, and especially the trucking part too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of numbers.
It was crazy seeing just the amount of volume. I guess I never really was able to kind of like fathom it before until he was talking about was it 8 billion plus stems in the year, and that's just it's crazy. Or just like however many hundreds of millions in the month of May, it was like 700 some million.
Yeah.
Just it's crazy to fathom like how big the industry like really is.
How many miles they drive in a year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like,
that's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow. A lot of trips to Disney World.
Yeah.
So how does, and this might be a difficult question, but maybe from your own experience, and just like this is a great example of it, how does DWF help support Next Gen in your company? What has been your experience with DWF saying, okay, the youth, technology, let's look at this, let's support you guys in any way? Do you have any experience to say?
Yeah, I think. Sorry. Did you
James,
No,
go
it's
ahead.
okay.
James.
You go ahead.
You go ahead, Ryan.
No, I think I've been. We recently started talking a lot about it, kind of internally, and the company itself, DWF, has a very long history. We're I think it's 113 years old as a company, and we have people who have been with the company for so long. It's people been celebrating 40th year anniversaries with the company, 40 straight years. It's really incredible to see how much of that. And I think they're recognizing that the industry as a whole is a little bit older. Branch managers, some of our branch managers being a bit older and realizing people getting closer to that retirement age.
Yeah.
So they're definitely really trying to support bringing in some younger a younger audience to learn the industry as a whole and understand that we're gonna have to start passing on a lot of this knowledge because 4 years of experience, it's a lot of knowledge that comes through there, and it's unless you start getting proactive with it and start transferring some of that, it's going to kind of be some lost knowledge. And so they were doing a lot with that of kind of getting that next line, that next generation to come up and start taking care of a lot of these locations that we all have that they've worked so hard to maintain and create. And I think on the other side of it as well, when it comes to technology, they're doing so much right now to implement newer technologies that will attract that newer generation. So it's more appealing to come in and work with something that's efficient and easy to learn and easy to use, and they're not these older systems that are hard to understand and lack documentation. So I think both of those things kind of are coming together to begin. DWF wants to be
and that mentality is not so common in our industry, so you're in a good place.
Yeah.
It's starting to become more common, but
Right.
they jumped on it early.
Yes.
And how about yourself?
So I was just thinking, we all just got back from our annual branch managers meeting as well. It was like, when was that?
Mid-July.
Mid-July. And like Ryan said, one of the biggest things that Dave Lake kind of wanted to start is like having a backup plan at branches, like with all these managers getting to retirement age, looking to the younger employees and putting more responsibility on them and putting more confidence in them. Like, this could be your job. This could be your role. Would you be willing to want to learn more? And just putting more education towards them.
Mhm.
And I just feel so lucky that the three of us got to come here, because I feel like we're going to walk away with even more knowledge and more education that we're going to take back to our home. They'll take back to Colton.
He'll take back to his laptop.
Yeah. We'll take back to our branches though and implement that and
That's
put that towards the future.
Right. And how about yourself?
I like that, and Ryan touched on it a little bit. The company is working on rolling out new software
Right.
that long term it is going to be fabulous for us and our customers. So that's coming with time, and they're doing it the right way to make it work for everybody. And not a lot of companies will spend the time to do that, and it has been fabulous. We started with hardware upgrading, the software is rolling in slowly but surely, branch by branch, right behind there, and we're really excited about it because it's moving us into that next generation.
And it's taken a while. It's a big investment.
Yes.
And the one thing I say, it's a testament, because there's many excuses to stop. Right, but you know why you're going to continue going. You know what the big reward is at the end, and that's happy employees and an efficient system. So, good. And then, are you going to say something then?
Nope.
Okay, gotcha. And then we have a message from Winnie Chambers. Hello, James, from your Boise team. So that's real sweet. And then we have someone that doesn't know what we're talking about. Jimbo James Manners. What are you talking about? Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. What are you really talking about, honestly? So we are, we're talking about Next Gen. It's a convention done by SAF, and we're speaking to a team out of DWF, Denver Wholesale Flowers, and getting their experience to share with other people that weren't able to attend, to give them an insight for next year. So I hope that answers it. Please give me a thumbs up after your comment there. And then, so I guess you've kind of answered it all, because what are the benefits you find from coming? And some of it's very repetitive, but that's purposeful. So what are the benefits you really found from coming here? Was it, why should they send you next year, let's say, or why should they send somebody else? Is it something that you feel you see a new perspective? Do you just, hey, it was a good time to get away and thanks for the day off? What is your reasoning behind why should they send, convince them to send you again next year?
Yeah, no, I think it's great. And I think, just like, it would be great to just kind of get that little reminder of looking at everything from, a bit more like 1,000-foot view. It's, especially in my job, I'm just sitting from my computer screen, it's all IT and technology, and I can get lost in all of that. But, taking a moment to definitely like pause and gather and realize what I'm actually, trying to support here is, the industry and the business. And yeah, I can do all these things with networking of, and IT and information security and programming and all that stuff. But what I really just, need to ground myself and understand what's the best way to truly support everyone and what they do and what is everyone else doing, and to keep that in mind. And are we doing something similar? So it's a great opportunity to kind of just understand all of that
and stay connected, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's because you could silo yourself very often, I imagine, because you're IT, not understanding what their jobs are.
Right.
They're asking for something, you're like, what a pain, right? now you know that there's a reasoning behind it.
And it really comes, I think it's kind of almost like empathy in a sense.
Very
and
important.
I feel like it's, I try not to be like the stereotypical IT person and grumpy and fixing things, and just understand, like, my job is truly to make sure everyone else can do their job, and I need to understand that I can do my job better when I understand what it is they do. So
that's cool. And how about yourself?
I mean, I hope they send me back next year. But it's also okay if they want to give someone else a turn. But benefits for me is, I think it'll be very long lasting. There's so much information I've collected. Just even from last night, it was really great. I'm talking to Chris from Untitled Flowers. That was amazing because he's my sales rep.
Okay.
So just even getting
meeting him in person,
and really I talk to him 3-4 times a week, but really getting to connect with him, and then just going like through all the vendors. Like, to me, that is such a benefit, and it makes me walk away going, okay, yes, they're real people. They're not just people on the other end of the phone. Like, these are people that I will continue connections with
Exactly.
and communication with. And so it's great to be able to call them up and be like, hey, we had a great time in Miami last week. And have actual memories with them and creating future memories with them.
That's great. That's great. And how about yourself?
Some of it that I like is the education side of it. So I can help educate coworkers and help educate customers, like the brown rose that for some reason I can't think of the name at the moment. It's not cappuccino, it's the other one, the mocha. There's only 4 farms that grow it in the world. That's why it's so hard to get a hold of, but it's on all the Pinterest palettes right now, and that's what every bride wants. And so you're trying to track it down, but there's only 4 farms in the world
Now you know
that
to
grow
say
it.
no.
So that's why that legally grow it. So that's why it's so hard to track down and it's more expensive.
So that's information you wouldn't have learned if you were.
No.
Yeah. So,
That's, I mean,
I knew it was hard to find, but I didn't know there were only 4 farms in the world.
and
that
you would
grow
have
it.
maybe not believed it from your sales rep. And it's okay.
It's not that I wouldn't have believed it, but
Danny, she doesn't believe you.
No, I think we also, though, in Stephanie's defense, like, it's hard because you'll try to explain that to a florist, or you'll try to explain that to a mom and daughter that comes in for the wedding, and they're looking at you like you're lying. You're not lying. Like, this
It's
rose
natural.
grows once a year.
Yeah, I get it. And,
Yeah.
and that could happen too. But coming here, like you said earlier, I believe, you feel like you're in it together.
Yes.
You're not alone, right? So talking about your war wounds, I guess, and your war stories brings you together and solidifies that you're doing it right.
Yeah.
So it's very important. So I usually ask a couple fun questions at the end. I know you guys aren't prepared for it, but it's very simple. It's very simple. Very fun questions. Just a lot of fun, just so people get to know you in a more personal way, not just, the IT guy.
That's all right.
So IT guy, I'll start with you.
Great.
What's your favorite color?
Mustard yellow.
Mustard yellow. I used to love that color.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite flower?
Oh gosh. Oh man.
Everybody's making faces
about.
about it.
Really, I mean, I feel like is roses a bad answer?
No,
I guess, I don't know.
no.
I feel like most people would maybe pick that. But
Roses
There
bunny
is
flower.
actually a mustard yellow rose, by the
Yeah,
way.
it's called golden.
Yes.
golden mustard rose.
There you
All
go,
right.
golden
I'll
mustard
take it, golden
rose.
mustard.
Cat, dog, or plants?
I'm sorry.
Cat, dog, or plants?
Dog.
And what was your first most interesting job you've ever had?
Ooh.
Or not your first, the most interesting
Most
job.
interesting
you
was probably my first IT job.
Okay.
Was at the last company I worked at. It's the first time I had gotten into IT, and I had 3 days of training with the previous admin before I was off on my own. So 3 days of training, first IT job, and I took care of all the company's IT assets, and it was very trial by fire and probably a big defining 5 or 6 months in my
Yeah,
life
you can do
of learning a lot and kind of giving me a perspective of what I have today. But yeah, that was probably.
And then what's one interesting thing or fun fact no one knows about you yet?
Ooh, let's see. Interesting fact. I was a competitive swimmer from the age of like 6 until 18. That's all I did, like my entire
That's a
childhood.
long time to do
I did
competitive
nothing
swimming.
but competitive swimming year round every single year.
5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning.
5 o'clock in the morning till 7, and then
Go to
4 o'clock in the
school.
afternoon till 6.
That's incredible. My cousin did it till he was 13 and couldn't stand it.
2 a day is pretty much all their life. Yeah.
That's really interesting. That's commitment right there.
Yeah, the big swimmer.
If you go to the ocean, you know to take it. And how about yourself? What's your favorite color?
Black.
What's your favorite song?
Oh, I have a couple. Going to California.
All right. How does that song go?
Well,
Can you sing it?
No, we're not going there.
Dog, cat, or plant?
A dog.
What's the most interesting job you've ever had?
Probably nannying for so long.
For so long?
Yes.
How long
in
did you
5th
raise?
grade,
Okay.
all the way through my sophomore year in college.
Wow. All right.
And I was mostly with one family, but I had a lot of other babysitting jobs. like hundreds of kids.
So you're either very patient or very tough.
Both.
Both, all right.
But it definitely taught me a lot. I don't have children now.
Okay. Maybe that's one.
Yeah.
And what's one thing that a fun fact about you that many people do not know?
I really love crime. I love to read like crime books,
Oh, cool.
crime podcasts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
So if my bicycle ever goes missing, call you.
No.
No, not that kind of stuff.
No.
Not that fun. And then how about yourself? What's your favorite color?
Favorite color is royal blue.
Royal blue. What's your favorite song?
Oh, I cannot pick a favorite song. I like too many genres.
Good for you.
and
Maybe that's
no
why you get
way.
along with Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny loves his different music. And one day I was in the car, he put something on. I'm like, Danny, this doesn't work. He's like, you just don't know. I'm like, okay, cool, cool. And what's the other question that I had? What's a fun fact about you?
Got a lot of fun facts. I played golf competitively in high school.
Wow.
So I didn't continue
Cool.
in college, but I did play for several years in high school. So
So are you going to Cal Flowers this year? Fun in the Sun in California?
No.
They're doing a golf
oh,
tournament.
I would love that, but no.
That would be great. And the other question was, what's the most interesting job you've ever had?
I don't know about most interesting, but the most fun job I had was just in college. I worked at a golf course, so I got to drive the beer cart around, and you always drive backwards, and I loved that because I was a golfer, and so it was just fun.
You always drive.
Yeah, you start on the 18th hole and go back because the first people that tee off are all okay, but the people that are at the end of the holes are wanting more to drink and more to beverages and food or whatever you have in your cart, so you start backwards. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Like, will you go in reverse like this, or you?
No, you
Start-
just
okay.
start the holes backwards. I'm sorry, I should have been.
No,
more-
I'm the one not making sense of it. They understood.
No, you start the holes backwards.
You start the okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. That's fun. That's funny. And then the other question was dog, cat, or plant?
Oh, that's a tough question. I would have to go with dog at the moment.
Okay.
I have a very large Great Dane that,
A lot of dog.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of dog. He's
Gotcha.
150 pounds.
That's a whole lot of. That's almost what I weigh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have one more from. Did I already say this? From Lorena. Hey guys, Lorena from Esmeralda.
Oh,
So-
hi.
So Lorena saying hi and giving you a shout out. So again, thank you so much for spending your time with us. Thank you to DWF for allowing them to be here today. I think that, what I really wanted to get out of this was the benefits of being here at Next Gen, the benefits of sending your employees to really learn. And we just learned firsthand. We weren't trained to say these questions. And I think you would have heard their authenticity. They really hated it. But it's been a great experience. It's been a lot of fun. Tomorrow we're actually going to the airport, right?
Yep.
To learn all about that.
Yes.
And I myself haven't done that. And I know that many people in the industry haven't done that. And that'll give us another layer of why things happen. Right. So that's why I was really excited to interview you guys, to really highlight the benefits of coming here. So thank you for being so open. And I know sometimes it's not your comfort levels. But thank you for breaking those comfort levels and trusting us to have you on the show. So
Thank you.
really means a lot. So again, to everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Another episode of the Bloom Show. And this kind of wraps it up. Tonight, keep an eye on LinkedIn and the YouTube channel because we might be going live while we party, but we're going to try to figure that out. And we'll try to do it really early in the party so you won't catch the real party, but tune in. It might be a lot of fun. You might get some shout outs and things like that. And it's just really a casual, authentic way of really just bringing you the outside perspective or behind the scenes. So again, thank you everybody for joining. Hope to see you guys next week, as we should have some episodes next week, and tune in tonight. Thank you. Take care.